man, the myth, the meme king, Carpe Donktum joins me now. Man, you know, seize the donkey. The donkey is just waiting to be seized right now. I mean, it's just, in fact, there's a field of fat donkeys that they can't even run. They're slow. They're uncoordinated. They're stumbling and fumbling about. I mean, seize the donkey. I mean, there has never been a greater time to seize the donkey right now. You've got AOC speaking down to black people at an event. You know, every time Beto O'Rourke does something, he says something insane. AOC also just did some video on the floor of her apartment, I guess, and everybody's making fun of that now. It's hilarious. I mean, so it's like prime time right now to be following Carpe Donktum at Carpe Donktum on Twitter. But let's get into the meme that you made that's gone totally viral now, been seen over 20 million times. Guys, roll it as B-roll real quick. So all you did was you took the famous Joe Biden meme of him coming up from behind women and children and groping them and everything, and then you superimposed that over the Joe Biden apology. There's the video right there. Oh, just totally simple and easy to understand, and it just drives the left crazy. How does it feel to know that you have driven, I mean, gallons, tons of gallons? I mean, I don't even think the number of liberal tears that you have flushed out can even be measured at this point by this meme. How does that feel?
It feels pretty good, man. I mean, like there was a lot of salt on the day before Trump tweeted it, when Don Jr. tweeted it, and then even more salt the next day. And then
he pinned it too. It was like he
pinned it.
He loved the salt.
It's a good time to be a salt miner. That's for sure.
Yeah, the salt mines are overflowing right now, and it's a good time to be a meme maker. I mean, it's just unbelievable. The left is the gift that keeps on giving. When I learned that Beto O'Rourke tried to feed his wife human excrement, I lost it all. I was done at that point. The entire Democrat Party and 2020 nomination process became a total joke to me. And so thank God you're there, just continuing to give us the mother's milk of memes.
Can you believe that AOC video where she's sitting on the floor like a chipmunk putting furniture together?
No, I mean, I'm looking at that and I'm thinking to myself, what drives a person to do that? Okay, so she does the thing where she's sitting in her kitchen making food, doing a broadcast.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay. That's what I was to say. Other people have done that. It's kind of fun, you know, whatever. And she's done some other weird stuff, but it seems to me, I think she's like going off the deep end here because, first of all, what is she doing on the floor of her apartment?
Does she not have an end table? I mean, like, she doesn't.
Does she not have anything? I mean, what's the deal? Like, why don't I just do this live stream from the floor here?
You know, there's an angle that we might be overlooking. Maybe she gave all of her furniture away to help the whole socialism thing. Maybe this was an act of kindness, and now she's on the floor like a chipmunk.
Oh my gosh! And actually, she's so humble.
This is the official AOC now.
She needs to be like what was that? She needs to be in the famous cartoon Alvin and the Chipmunks. It's AOC and the Chipmunks. Alvin, Simon, Theodore, and Alexandria.
That or Chip? I think it's actually more like Chippendale, like the Bugs Bunny Chippendale.
Oh yeah, Chippendale. The old. There's AOC eating out of the palm of the Socialist Democrat Party hand, but she is so humble that she would give all of her furniture away. Or you know what?
I'm sure.
She probably, actually, I bet she's got like 50 Honduran refugees. And so that's why she's hanging out on the floor. All the refugees from Honduras are actually on her furniture trying to get a good night's sleep.
Maybe that's it, actually. That's a good idea. I hadn't thought of that.
Yeah.
All the furniture is occupied.
But seriously, think about a situation, because this is I mean, it's not like she's I'm just trying to think of any situation where you go live, crunched over on the floor, eating like a chipmunk, and I just can't find it. I can't think of it. I cannot. The only scenario that comes to my head is when I was like in grade school and I'd have sleepovers with my friends and we'd maybe be on the floor eating popcorn or something when you're like 8 years old watching a movie with your friends or your family or something.
If I had fallen down and broken my spine and I went live, I would have found a better position than that.
I mean, that might be the only case I'm ever on the floor. She's eating off the floor. What is that?
And the little thing looks like a dog bowl. Not to segue back to your dog man thing, but
it's human puppy. Actually, it's human puppy.
Right.
Yeah.
My apologies to the human puppy. I don't want to offend.
Well, that's good because we are multi. I don't even know what you call that. Cross species here.
Yeah, this is an intersectional space.
Interspecies sectional space. Maybe that's what AOC does next. Maybe I would say maybe she just straight up ties off and just shoots up heroin right on air. Maybe she dresses up as a human puppy.
Yeah, who knows what she's going to do next? That's the fun thing about her is you never know what she's going to do. She might just tomorrow wake up and decide that, I don't know, she's going to be an astronaut congresswoman.
Yeah, that's a good idea.
Space Force.
She should join the Space Force. We should send her to Mars. I think she should be the first human on Mars.
Yes.
Pioneering.
Tell her it's just going to be a short trip.
And it'll be totally socialist when she gets there.
Yeah, she can start the socialist utopia on Mars. A utopia of one.
Because, I mean, you know, she says that the world is going to be uninhabitable in 12 years, right? So why not go to Mars that's been uninhabitable for 12,000 years?
Well, I mean, yeah. Well, you know, that's the other funny thing is, I think somebody else said it on Twitter, but why is she putting furniture together? I mean, like, why would you be doing that if you only have 12 years to live and you have to save the earth?
Well, how many trees had to be killed to make that furniture, which then adds to global warming?
It's true.
Did she even consider that?
Absolutely true. And all of the fossil fuels used to transport it.
And see, the funny thing is, if she actually had enough wits about her, she could kind of play this off like we have. Like, oh, I was eating off the floor because I was letting my poor friends stay in my apartment, or I was letting immigrants stay in my place, or, you know, I don't have furniture, I'm a minimalist, or I gave my furniture away, or I'm broke, I gave my money away. But she doesn't do that. She's literally just like I don't know what her deal is. Like, I don't even know, like some drug addict doing a live stream from her floor.
Did she? Yeah, I didn't watch all the way to the end. Did she ever assemble the furniture? Was there ever a payoff to that whole thing?
No. You see, what happened was she was shopping for furniture and she saw the picture, right? She's like, oh, that's what I'm looking for. And so she saw the picture and she brought the box home. And when she opened the box, she didn't realize that she had to put it together. And so now it's, you know, it's just kind of hanging around.
What you're telling me is that the box that was like super skinny and like really long was not actually the fully assembled product. Is that what you're telling me?
No, it wasn't the 3 foot by 5 foot desk.
The box wasn't bigger on the inside than it was on the outside.
No, she was let down when she opened that box and it wasn't the desk. She thought it would just kind of like fold out, you know?
Right,
like,
yeah.
Like you take it out and it just kind of like assembles itself.
Yes. Self-assembling desk. I've heard of those, I think.
I mean, she didn't realize that desk was a capitalist and it, you know, takes a little effort.
Right.
She thought someone else would assemble that desk. She thought it was already assembled out of the box. But unfortunately, she was wrong. But we didn't even really talk about your meme, which is going totally viral. Maybe you can give us a little teaser about what's coming up next. I still want to see the Beto dog meme. I mean, we won't give it away too much. I told you, I was like, I'm not. It's Carpe Donktum, meme legend. But Carpe Donktum's meme has been seen over 20 million times now, put out by Donald Trump. You know what? Can you believe, though, that the Democrats are standing up for Joe Biden? I mean, this is actually kind of like, this is unbelievable. They are the ones that started the Me Too movement. They are the ones that say you must believe all women. They are the ones that say, oh, if you touch a woman inappropriately, that's harassment, that's rape. And then they are the ones giving Joe Biden a pass when it's all on tape. I mean, how do you break that down? How do you analyze that? How do you boil that down that the Democrats are going to sit here and if any conservative looks at a woman the wrong way, it's like, prison time. But, oh, Joe Biden, that's just old Joe.
It's even weirder than that, though. It's like this super Twilight Zone thing because, they, like you said, they started the Me Too movement. And then they got mad at a bunch of conservatives. And then they ignored Keith Ellison. And then they attacked Joe Biden because they didn't want him to run for president. And then they defended him after Trump attacked Joe Biden. I can't even keep track of where we're at in this story right now.
Yeah, and it's not even that Biden, I mean, as far as I know, I don't think Biden has actually ever been accused of rape or anything. I mean, he's never settled anything out of court as far as I know. I mean, we do have the classified, government settlements with taxpayer dollars. Maybe his name is in there, maybe it's not. But
it's possible,
I mean, yeah, but yeah, like you said, you've got Keith Ellison, you've got Fairfax, you've got, the list of Democrats goes on. You've got.
Me Too was started going after Democrats to begin with, Weinstein and people like that. So, I mean, they started the Me Too on themselves.
It was what was it? Al Franken, who got in trouble because of that picture he took.
Right.
Biden actually does it.
Yeah. I'm not so worried about the recent claims against Biden because of other than the Eskimo kiss one, which is really weird. The other ones seem just kind of manufactured. I'm more worried about like the little kids, like the old videos where he's being super creepy.
Right. That's what I was kind of saying. It's like you've got these women coming forward, and so they're kind of making the focus on the women that he was kind of getting close with and touching and smelling their hair. But no, he does this to children.
Well, so you're right. They're ignoring the story again. They're saying that the story is about the women now, but they're still ignoring the children from before. And we were always making fun of him because of the children, like saying that he was creepy because of that, not because of the women.
Yeah, so it could be a situation where they're trying to distract and divert before the thrust of the Biden campaign. And then when they do that and people try to bring it back up, like, oh, we've settled that. We've already been there. Don't rehash the past. And it's like, no, you didn't make a big deal of the young girls he was groping. Right. No, you didn't make a big deal of the infant he had. It's like he's grabbing the infant's crotch. I mean, excuse me, but I mean, that's what's going on here.
Yeah, it's not even funny, but you got to laugh or you cry, I guess.
Oh, it's just Uncle Joe.
Right. No, it's perfectly natural, said no one ever.
No, imagine you're at a family reunion, and every once in a while at a family reunion, you get some, there's some friends that pop in and stuff. And so imagine you're sitting there talking to your friend, your kids are running around, and all of a sudden they're in a picture with some other family, and one of the people that's holding up your kid, that your 1-year-old kid, literally has their hands full of their junk. I mean, literally grabs your whole kid's crotch. And your friend would say, hey, well, what the hell is that guy doing to your kid? He's grabbing your kid's junk. What are you doing? Oh, that's just Uncle Joe. He just does that stuff. Don't worry about that.
The kid looks pretty surprised too, I might say.
Pull that kid back up. I mean, you hate to make a joke of Joe grabbing a kid's crotch, but you're actually right. I mean, oh my gosh. I mean, I can't believe I'm sitting here laughing at this because this is sick, but it's like,
yeah.
I mean, yeah, that's the face I made when someone came up and grabbed my crotch.
Yeah, you have experience in this issue, don't you?
Am I sick that I actually want to have a side-by-side of my face when the moment does that make me sick?
I don't think so, but I'm not a very good judge.
I mean, I honestly want a side-by-side of my face when I got my crotch grabbed in public, sexually assaulted, And next to that kid's, I bet it's the same face. That poor kid. Who is that, though? That's like a senator there on the right. I don't know who that is, but
he looks familiar. I can't remember what his name is, though.
yeah,
He does
he's
look
definitely
familiar.
a senator. Oh, my gosh. Oh, why are we laughing at this? The crew's laughing, too.
This is why we should never hang out, man.
Oh, my gosh.
We talk about all the weird...
The whole crew just burst out into laughter. Are you actually from Kansas City?
Yeah, well, I'm not originally. I'm from Iowa, but
okay. But you grew up a Royals fan because I see you have the Royals shirt on there.
I'm a transplant to Kansas City, so I adopted them when I moved up here.
Okay. Oh, he's a trans fan. Well, that's nice.
Well, it's been 10 years or 12 years, so
you've already transitioned. You're fully transitioned.
Yeah, I've fully accepted my new identity.
That's good. That's good. Well, I identify as a Cardinals fan, so that we should maybe someday we'll enjoy an I-70 series together.
Yeah, exactly.
And try not to laugh at all the meme-tastic behavior you can observe at a ball game.
Well, I would think the goal would be to not have you kicked out for wearing a cow costume or
hey
whatever it is you're going to
do. Would you be shocked to learn I have been kicked out of multiple ball games before?
That would not shock me, no.
That would not shock you. They actually didn't kick me and Rob out when we wore the Trump-Hillary mask. They wanted to, but everyone there loved us, so they let us stay. All right, Carpe Donctum. It's no big deal. I mean, the guy just makes the greatest meme videos, ever. So it's just, they get pinned by the president of the United States. Follow him at Carpe Donctum on Twitter. If your neighborhood floods from liberal tears, it's probably his fault, folks. It might be his fault.